Wow. This one, this one right here is going to be one that I'm going to 100% look out for now, thanks to today's episode actually confirming it for me. And that is a show called Marriage Toxin. Yeah, new anime show that is airing in the spring of 2026. As me recording this video, I've only watched two episodes and I'm loving it, man. I really think that the show has so much potential going for it. And the fact that this is under Bones Film Studios, the same studio that gave us the amazing and wonderful Gachiakuta to the final season of My Hero Academia that dropped last year. And they also dropped another anime that's currently airing in the same season with Demons of the Shadow Realm. This is like, wow. It's like Bones Film Studios doesn't seem like it's going to miss anytime soon. However, with Marriage Toxin, I'm not really seeing a lot of discussion being made about this show. And I feel like it's such a shame because I really think this show has a lot of potential. It has a lot of pizzazz. It has so much going for it within just these two episodes alone. And honestly, for me, I've never been this hyped and actually hooked on a brand spanking new show of this caliber since the likes of like Spy Family in its heyday. But like I said, what is the show all about, right? For centuries, the Poison Master has perfected the art of assassination. Among them, the Gero family stands as one of the five most powerful families of masters wielding unmatched skill and influence. Hikaru Gero, heir of the infamous bloodline, has lived his life deep in the shadows of the underworld, far removed from love or marriage. However, to ensure the Poison Master blood does not die out, the head of the Gero family declares that Hikaru's sister will be forced to bear a heir. Soon after, Hikaru crosses paths with Mei Kinosaki, a brilliant marriage swindler who also happens to be his current assassination target. Determined to protect his sister and solve the succession problem himself, Hikaru makes an unexpected request on the spot, asking Mei to help him get married. That and from that point forward, like the momentum of said show like spirals in like a lot of like action packed sequences, but also a lot of surprisingly good slice of life comedy aspects that I think is balanced really, really well. Because on one hand, you have one person that's trying to help our main protagonist, the Poison Master, trying to find a waifu, get married, have kids, and just settle down. Because everyone he comes to know that was a master at a craft at one point is slowly starting to settle down. And then on the other hand, there are just moments where it's just filled with nuts butts action because he's the Poison Master, so he just goes ballistic to where he injects himself with poison to give him like a crazy toxic advantage against his opponents. There's even moments where like he just used the advantage of the area himself to poison essentially everyone around him except for the person he's trying to save. It's so good, and I really feel like it's really creative for the sake of being creative. And in today's episode, which was the reason why I wanted to talk about this, this actually cemented like why I like this show now because the relationship between these two characters feels like there was like actually feels like it's much more closer of a bond now, even though like we're only two episodes in, and we got to see like the best fighting that we got to see from a debut brand new show with the Poison Master versus if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit of a spoiler, the Water Master, if I'm not mistaken, by who he was fighting. But again, it is so good and over the top, and at the same time, it feels like there could be like a subtle meaning of love and marriage that could be in the works. Who knows? Again, it's too early to say, but I really like this show. I think that this is a must watch for anyone who not only has been capable of everything that's Bone Films released as of late, but again, if you really like your shows that are full of comedy but also filled with nuts and butts action in the mix, then this show could be for you. The only thing that I am walking away from this though is that because I feel that this show is super spy family coded, if you know what I'm talking about, like I think the one thing that worries me about the show is that it could go into Sakamoto Days territory. Which, if you recall what happened last year with Sakamoto Days, the first this first season of the show overall was split into two parts, and I felt the momentum of that show while it was really good, and had all the ingredients for a really good blowout anime. There's something about it that was holding itself back. Like it was as I mentioned when even talking about both Summer Days Part 1 and Part 2, it felt like we weren't getting the full potential realized and it was just holding itself back. Whereas Spy Family, which I know I've referenced numerous times, was able to come out the gate swinging and showcase what it had to offer, why you should check out the show, etc. And the case of Marriage Toxin, I felt the same way initially in the first episode, where I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna get another one of these type of shows, whatever. But the second episode really got me hooked and really want to like check it out, see how this relationship, how this marriage proposal plan is gonna pan out. But I do hope that it pulls out all the stops and doesn't slow down, because if it does, we could be getting like another Sakamoto Days type of moment with this show, and I definitely don't want that at the end of the day. So yeah, Marriage Toxin, really good show. 2 episodes in, I can now confirm this is a must watch after giving it like a little bit more time to simmer down in my head. But yeah, Marriage Toxin is a must watch. Check it out, and that's it. That's all I want to really talk about for today, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.